Okay, I wanted to cook chicken thigh one pot wonder, I call it. What I do, I went and got some chicken thigh, but with the chicken thighs there's a lot of skin around it. So I get my scissor and cut most of the skin off. So I leave small amount of skin on top of my chicken thigh. I bang some chopped carrots and some chopped potato. Little bit of olive oil, bang them into the oven on a heat for good 35 minutes. And I want to get this sort of coloring on the potatoes and the chickens. So this is ready now. What I'm going to do, I go to my stove and I put onion, garlic on the stove and brown it. Brown it, put a little bit of salt,
So this is just mushroom and garlic?
mushroom, onion and garlic. You don't need to put mushroom. I have a couple of mushrooms in the drawer, fridge drawer, so I just wanted to use it. So that's what I did. And I put a little bit of oil. I bring my roasted chicken thigh and potatoes and I'll just put them right in there. Put them all in there. I toss it up. I put 7 spoons of, I got this beautiful roasted tomato and garlic, but you can use half a tin of tomato with teaspoonful of tomato puree in it to give a little bit of sharpness to your sauce.
So that was three
dessert spoons.
or serving spoons.
Okay, this is done. I'm just tossing up again. I put a little bit of boiling water to it. Let it come to a reasonable simmer. Now it's simmering. I add half a glass of white wine to it, and of course all the alcohol will evaporate, but it will give a little bit of Very great taste. Get a little bit of taste of white wine. You can see it is doing beautifully. It doesn't take long at all, this dish. After you cook your chicken thigh, everything else, the potatoes is already cooked in the oven, chicken thighs is just cooked, carrot is cooked, so it is just a matter of your onion and garlic. If you got a mushroom, put it in there, toss it all up, a little bit of paprika, cup full of hot water, cup full of white wine, and turn it down, and this dish be ready about 20 minutes or so. While I had my chicken and chicken and potatoes in the fridge, in the oven, I always try to cook some other vegetable in the oven while I'm using it. So I went and got some cauliflower, cheap cauliflower I found in the supermarket. I found some carrots, pepper, aubergine, and beetroot. So because I always use the maximum time while I'm cooking something in the oven, I use it for other purposes as well. So I roasted this vegetable as well. What I do, I let them to cool down, and I put them in a dishes. I put the carrots, tomato, carrots and pepper in a separate dish, because I like the vegetable, roast vegetable, better than the boiled vegetable, because with this you can make vegetable curry, you can use it for risotto, vegetable risotto, and whatever dishes you want to do, you can make the you got a baked vegetable instead of boiled vegetable.
Is it tastier?
It is much beautiful taste, because the sugar, when you bake them, the sugar comes out, you know. And of course, in here, I got two cheap aubergine, so I bake those as well. So I use this whenever I need them. I mean, you can keep this in the fridge for good 7-8 days, but if you are going to not to use them in that time and you want to keep them a little bit longer, you put these in a freezer bag. You can put this in a freezer bag and bring the zip to the closing time place and put a straw in there and suck all the air out.
Is that one of your little tips?
So your vegetable can go in the freezer and stays nice and fresh. So while I'm doing that to you, I'll tell you, I do this when I go to the supermarket and I found a kilo of the mincemeat is cheaper than half a kilo, and the chicken breast is cheaper, so I buy it. But I don't just put it in the freezer, because if I want to have a small amount, I've got to defrost whole 1 kilo of the mincemeat. So I make them to a bowl and then put them in this sort of freezer bag, and of course I suck all the air out and it's ready. So when I want a dish, I take 1 out or 2 out, so I don't have to defrost a lot. Same again for the chicken, breast of chicken.
That's a very handy tip.
Thank you. So we go back to the main dish, which we're going to have for our supper. You can see it's doing beautifully. While I'm doing this, actually, I can put few of these beautiful baked cauliflower in there.
And when you bake these vegetables, you put oil with
I'll put a small amount of olive oil in them. I don't use too much oil because it doesn't need to. You can put it in a quite a nice heat oven, and it brings the color of the vegetable and the sugar out, and then you get this beautiful coloring on your baked vegetable. And of course, you saw the chicken breast, chicken thigh, the color on the skin, little bit of the skin on top of it is doing fantastically.
And why chicken thigh, not breast?
Chicken thigh is tastier. It takes a little bit longer to cook. For this dish, chicken thigh is tastier. So I can see I need to put a little bit of more boiling water. As I always say, when you're cooking and your dish is on the stove, on the gas or whatever you're cooking, you add hot water, not cold water. So this is my today dinner. I hope you make it, and I hope you're going to enjoy it.